Prakash Patel.
When an act of terrorism of this magnitude strikes at the heart of our nation, we go to work. President Trump has given us the full resources at the FBI and across the interagency to make sure we deliver justice.
The attack killed several Americans, including then Ambassador Chris Stevens. Talks between the U.S. and Iran kicked off today in Oman. Here's Fox's Doug Luzader.
Now here's what Iran's foreign minister is saying in a post on X late last night. Iran enters diplomacy with open eyes and a steady memory of the past year. We engage in good faith and stand firm on our rights. Commitments need to be honored, equal standing, mutual respect, and mutual interest are not rhetoric. They are a must and the pillars of a durable agreement. Now, Iran sees these talks as limited to the country's nuclear program. The U.S., though, led by Mideast envoy Steve Witkoff, is pressing for more, going after Iran's missile program and its extensive network of proxy groups throughout the Middle East.
President Trump increased U.S. military presence near Iran and has repeatedly threatened strikes after thousands of Iranians were reportedly killed in nationwide anti-government protests. The U.S. also destroyed nuclear targets in Iran last year. Officials have revealed some new details about their search for the missing mother of NBC personality Savannah Guthrie. Here's Fox's Alicia Acuna.
Authorities in that news conference yesterday did not indicate that they are any closer to finding Nancy Guthrie. The FBI said that they are taking the ransom note sent to TMZ and local TV stations in Tucson seriously, that it came with two deadlines, one that passed yesterday at 5 p.m. and then a final one this Monday. The FBI says the note does not give them or the family a way to communicate with whoever sent it either. But it did reference the location of Nancy's Apple Watch and a damaged light. Investigators spent more time going door to door in Annie Guthrie's neighborhood and have sent emails to Nancy Guthrie's neighbors asking for door cam footage.
The Guthrie family continues to plead for their mother's kidnapper to reach out to them and for proof their mother is still alive. Nancy Guthrie has been missing since Saturday, and her family says she needs medicine to stay alive. But investigators say they believe she's, quote, still out there. Student walkouts have taken place in various parts of the country as a way of protesting ICE. And talking about this on American Family Radio, Florida Education Commissioner Anastasios Kamoutsis said teachers have also been involved, even to the point of encouraging students to protest.
Libs of TikTok shared a post this week. It seemed like it was out of the Boston area where students were holding signs chanting "No Donald Trump," and these appeared to be elementary-age students. In New York, you saw or it's alleged teachers had students shovel snow and pass out signs for protesters during the school day. You heard in other parts of the country, hundreds of students were congregating, blocking entrances to stores and causing disruptions throughout the area. And as these events occur across the nation, we make it very clear that this will not be tolerated in Florida.
The commissioner even sent a memo to school district superintendents providing guidance regarding the recent protests that are occurring on school campuses.
The memo clearly outlines the expectations for students and teachers, as well as school and district-based leaders. I want to be very clear, though. Students do not lose their constitutional rights when they walk onto a school campus. They do retain the right to free expression, including the right to peacefully protest. However, those rights do not extend to conduct that disrupts instruction, or if it interferes with school operations, or if it were to compromise campus safety.
In final news, the end of an era. Minute Maid's frozen juices are being discontinued after 80 years. Coca-Cola owns the brand and said it's due to shifting consumer preferences. That's all our time for now. Find more news on AFN.net. Follow us on X, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our free daily email news briefs on AFN.net.
Every day, AFA offers biblical insight on issues that others aren't willing to touch, in the hopes that you'll become a world changer. That's why we're offering an in-depth worldview training course called Activate. 13 different professors teaching 18 sessions, all available online, including a printed workbook to help you apply what you've learned, and 1-year access to AFA streaming content to give you even more resources. Find out more about Activate and sign up today at activate.afa.net.
It's First Time Caller Day on Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840.
It is first-time callers, so start lining up, folks. If you've never been on the show with us, today could be your day.
So first-time callers only today. Now we're going to ask 3 questions each.
The quack of a duck does not produce an echo. Is that true or false?
That falls under the category of it's just wrong.
Yes.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Thanks for joining us. Trivia Friday for this day, which is
It is February 6th.
February the 6th. February the 6th, 2026. Unbelievable.
Hey, our twins' birthday, Bodie and Tegan, 11 years old today.
Today?
I give my hand clap.
Yeah.
Hey, happy
Yes,
birthday.
give it up for Bodie. How old are they today?
11. That's hard to believe. It
Twins.
was 11 years ago. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
both the same age.
Amen. That's funny how that works with twins, isn't it?
It works like that, yes.
All right, well, thanks for joining us today, everybody, on Trivia Friday. We also call this
Learning University.
Learning University is on the air. We're going to ask 3 trivia questions each, and then we're going to ask you to call in and answer one and ask one. Now, this is first-time callers only, so you're eligible to call in and be on the air with us today if you've never got on the air with us before. That's the requirement, or that's the eligibility rules today.
Yes.
What's the phone number, Ed?
The phone number, thank you, 888-589-8840. Now, folks, we're ready for your calls. Call
Ready.
in now.
Bring it. I say bring it.
Don't wait. 888-589-8840.
Get that again, Ed, for people in the South. Slowly.
888-589-8840.
Yeah.
8840.
There you go.
Now, you do need to be 11 years old or older, but it is first-time callers. If you've never been on the air with us for this show, this could be your day.
This is your day, people.
Hey, I mean, this is it. And we have something
That's the
special
attitude you got to get up with every day.
every day.
Every day. This
Not
could
just
be
on
my,
Fridays.
This could be my day.
Yes.
My ship comes in.
Could have a breakthrough today.
Today, it's Breakthrough Friday.
Breakthrough today.
Yeah.
JJ, one of these 9 questions is kind of special.
One is a mystery question. So you card counters, if you've just returned from Vegas, you've got 9 original
Repent.
questions.
The bank's calling.
Nine, you and Rain Man sitting there with you. You can use a lifeline. 9 original questions. You listen throughout the show.
Yeah.
And one of the original 9 is a mystery question.
mystery
If you
question.
land on it, answer it correctly, you're going to hear this sound.
Yes,
The beloved
cowbell. Love the cowbell shall ring.
And that means you win 100 Bible questions and answers on prophecy and end times. Our own Bert Harper and Alex McFarland.
It's a book.
It's a great book, a hardback book. That's going to be a real nice thing to win.
Now, Tim, you were mentioning something before the show started.
Yeah.
People need to try to get this book because you don't know how close we are to the end times.
Well, it's a free book if you win, as Jay just said, if you answer the question correctly. All I'm saying is that we want to give this book before the end of time.
Right.
So,
Not gonna
because, I
do you
mean,
any
it's
good
going
afterwards.
to be useless.
That's
if we have the rapture and it's all wrapped up. So we want to give this book away, 100 Bible questions and answers on prophecy and the end times. It is by Bert Harper and Alex McFarland. It's an excellent book, and we will send it to you.
hardcover.
Yes, we'll send it to you if you answer the mystery question.
Now, by the way, you
Yeah.
can, if you don't win it
Yeah.
today, you can go to our resource center, resources.afa.net, and you can purchase a copy of that, I think.
Yes, we
I'll
also have
double
Stretch
check.
Armstrongs there.
Stretch
At that
Armstrong.
website you just gave right there. They're vintage.
Bobbleheads.
Vintage
We've got
Stretch Armstrong.
we've got
Yo-yos.
mugs.
Got yo-yos. Got butterfly yo-yos.
Yo-yo
We've got
slinkies.
sweatshirts. We got a lot of good stuff.
But they're Christian slinkies, so you don't have to worry about them being
Christian slinkies.
worldly slinkies.
Okay. All right. I didn't know we had any
hey,
other
listen,
subjects. that were-
I've got one more thing before we start answering.
You're going to be in
calls.
Kansas.
Well, yeah.
I'll be darned. That's a shocker.
This is going to be a good Friday, I could just tell.
That's not what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
But I am going to be in Kansas.
Eventually you will.
No, I am. I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Got a 5:30 a.m. flight out of Memphis to
I just guessed. I didn't even
McPherson,
know
Kansas.
that.
McPherson, Kansas. banquet tomorrow night for Elyria Christian School. I think they still have one or two tickets available. You can contact them. So folks in Inman,
Are they having chicken cordon bleu?
I don't know what they're having, but it's a great school.
Bet there's some green beans in there somewhere.
Bueller, Inman, Hutch, McPherson, you're invited. And so I can't wait. That's tomorrow night. But here's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So psychology professor, first day at school, university, wanting to kind of get to know the students. He asked the student from Alabama, said, what is the opposite of joy? She said, sadness. Asked the student from Indiana, what's the opposite of fear? She said, faith. Young man from Texas, what's the opposite of woe? He said, I reckon it's giddy up. So you just keep wearing that. You keep wearing that big belt buckle and hook 'em horns, son.
That's the kind of humor you can expect for the remainder of this program.
Oh, well, I can already tell everybody's wound up.
You got your questions?
I got my questions.
Bring it.
All right, here we go. 3 questions for me. Question number 1, a Bible question. A single river flowed out of Eden and became 4 rivers: the Pishon, Gihon, and Tigris. What was the 4th river? We might have had this here not too long ago, but I just couldn't remember.
And listen, if you're expecting twins, Pishon and Gihon, that rolls off your tongue, and there's nobody else in class that's going to have it, and nobody is going to steal those names. And they're interchangeable, however you want to do for the girl or the boy. Pishon and Gihon, absolutely a good name for twins.
Why do I want to start singing, I got a river of life flowing out of me?
Because you just can't help yourself.
You just brought up a river, and what did you say now?
So a single river flowed out of Eden and became 4 rivers. This is from Genesis chapter 2.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The Pishon, Gihon, and Tigris. What was the 4th river? That's actually a pretty easy question.
Okay.
Most of our folks should be able to get that. All right, second question. Multiple choice, folks. The deadly African snake, the black mamba.
The black mamba.
Gets its name from the color of what body part? Is it the mouth, skin, tip of its tail, or its eyes? The deadly African snake, the black mamba, gets its name from the color of what body part? The mouth, skin, tip of its tail, or its eyes? Third question.
There's a song about the black mamba, too.
Is there?
Blah, 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 mamba. Mamba.
Hey, I promise I'm
remember that song?
I promise I'm not going to try to just talk throughout this whole show. My daughter Maddie, living in Africa last year on a safari, a black mamba's coming across in front of the Jeep thing they're in. And so her and one of the ones, they said, oh, let's jump out and get a picture. And the driver and the guide just lost their mind. You do not get out of this vehicle. They said that's the most deadly snake.
Oh, you're dead.
If it bites you, you're going to be dead in less than a minute.
You don't even get to the hospital.
Right. And it was slithering right there. She just saw it right in front of.
It's also the fastest snake.
Well, I don't know about all that, but they saw lions about 20 yards away. They saw all kinds of things. And when I went last summer to see her, I got to see a lot of those things, but thankfully no black mamba. But she saw one, and you don't know if you're from America. Hey, let's jump out and get a selfie. With this thing
I
behind
go with
me.
the rule of thumb: don't chase a snake. I typically, I think
that was what you're a scout.
I think that should be your default position. So I don't care if you're American or not.
You don't even have to live in Africa. Listen, I saw a video, no lie, of a grown male lion dying from being bit by a black mamba. They just say it doesn't matter who you are, what you are.
That's right.
No.
So, all right, my third question. In what John Wayne movie did he lead a group of kids on a cattle drive?
Yep.
In what John Wayne movie did he lead a group of kids on a cattle drive? I'm looking, obviously, for the title of the movie. All right, that's it.
Here's what I've got. First question from the Bible. Those of you that have started to try to read your Bible through this year, or you're trying to read every day, even if you miss a few days, get back up, dust yourself off, start again. Good for you for trying. But this is a Bible question from the Old Testament. Aaron, the high priest, what happened to his 2 sons, Nadab and Abihu? Aaron, the high priest, what happened to his 2 sons, Nadab and Abihu?
Didn't they chase a black mamba?
They were headed that way, yes. Well, you might have just been reading that over the last few days if you're trying to read each day. Second question, after Ralph Nader published Unsafe at Any Speed, This car lost 96% of its sales in 4 years. Name the car.
Wow.
Ralph Nader, unsafe at any speed. It just torpedoed this car sales. Third question, true or false? Before Bob Ross was a soft-spoken, famous TV artist, he was a drill sergeant in the military. Is that true or false? Before Bob Ross, you can picture the big afro, painting the little happy trees. Before he was a soft-spoken, famous TV artist, he was a drill sergeant in the military. True or false?
Give me.
You don't know for sure, do you? Either way.
No, I have no idea.
I do.
You see that nice, beautiful tree over there, Marine? Go give me 50 right underneath it.
All right. So, Bob Ross. All right. So my questions are as follows: the average adult heart beats how many times a day? I'll give you three choices: 25,000 beats a day, 50,000 beats a day, or 100,000 beats a day. The average adult heart beats how many times a day? Got that?
What were the numbers again?
25,000, 50,000, or 100,000 times a day.
Got it.
Number two. At the height of this 1950s, I got a baby boomer.
Yeah.
At the height of this 1950s fad, more than 5,000 of these sold every day across America because of a popular TV show.
Wow.
From the 1950s.
I think I know that.
I know that one.
If I say any more about that,
You'll give it away.
give it away. All right. Here also, what is the art of making designs or patterns on fabric using a needle and thread?
Good.
What is the art of making designs or patterns on fabric using a needle and thread? Got that?
Got it.
Let's go.
All right, we're going first to Texas. And Chris is on the line. Chris, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Well,
Hey,
I'm
good
doing
morning,
fine.
Brother Chris. Thanks for calling. Where do you live?
Corpus Christi.
Okay.
Howdy, Chris.
Yeah.
How are you?
All right. Answer, or both, Chris?
I'd like to do both.
Okay. Which one do you want to answer?
I'm going to answer the John Wayne movie.
All right, here's the question, Chris. In what John Wayne movie did he lead a group of kids on a cattle drive?
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Nice,
right.
nice. Is that an old movie? I've missed seeing that one.
Yeah, that's probably the 60s or something.
Okay.
Somewhere in there, maybe early 70s.
I was going to say
Yeah.
City Slickers, but that would have been wrong, right?
It would have been wrong.
That was Billy Crystal,
Yeah.
but he was
But it is similar kind of.
oft confused with
Yeah.
John Wayne.
Billy Crystal was. That was Bruce Dern was the villain in that one. He was a young guy at the time too. So
Bruce Dern.
Bruce Dern, you ever heard of? You know him?
Whatever happened to him?
He got bit by a black mamba, I think.
Ooh,
on
wow.
Safari.
That's sad.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, what's your question for us, Chris?
Okay. Well, it's a sports question, baseball.
Tim and Ed are ready.
Okay. In 1969, what Major League Baseball team had 4 20-game winners, and can you tell me the 4 20-game winners?
Oh,
Is that going to be the Cardinals?
not only what team, but name them, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
Chris.
think we can do it.
We
I think
don't-
we
Yeah,
can do
these
it.
guys can.
Okay.
All right, now, Chris,
Yeah,
don't say yes or
anything,
no.
Chris.
We're going to talk amongst ourselves.
69.
We both-
It's the Baltimore Orioles
Okay, was the Baltimore Orioles? I was going to say it's the Baltimore Orioles or the New York Mets.
or the Mets. They played, in fact, didn't they?
Okay, but I think you're right. I think 4. They both had great pitching staff.
Yes.
But
All
I
right,
think
rattle off some names,
well,
guys.
Jim
See how close
Palmer,
we can
Jim
get.
Palmer, Dave McNally.
first of all, did we have the Orioles right, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It was the
Wow.
Orioles.
Okay.
These are my teammates, Chris.
Okay.
McNally and Jim Palmer.
Well, and he went on to make a real nice map book. Him and that Rand fella. Oh, that was famous.
Rand McNally.
That's what he's known for.
All right. Wasn't there like a
Gosh.
Dobson? There was a Dobson or
Man, I don't.
I don't think I can get all
If you
4.
get 2 out of the 4,
Dave Cuellar.
Okay.
He was one, and I think it was Dobson or something.
all right,
like that.
where are we, Chris? Rattle, name them. Name the 4.
Well, it's McNally, Palmer, Dobson, and Cuellar.
Oh,
So you got
Ed,
it.
Wow, you guys are the best. Wow.
Baseball Ed came through for the team right there.
Are you impressed, Chris?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I really was.
Well, thank you for listening to
Yeah,
AFR.
thank you, Chris.
And great baseball trivia. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Chris.
That right there,
Man, that was awesome,
That
guys.
is the power of collecting baseball cards. That's how I remember that from.
1969.
Well, I remember that. You know, I think the Mets won the World Series that year.
I think they did.
The Miracle Mets.
Yeah.
I think what they call it, Tom Seaver.
There was a remember the shoe polish pitch, something like that, where I don't want to go into it. A pitch hit one of the players' cleats, and it was something to do with they called him out on a strike or something, but there was polish on the baseball from the shoe. I can't remember all the details of that, but
That was like the black. What do you call it?
Black Sox.
Black Sox
oh
scandal. Very similar to that, I think.
yeah.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
See the show.
Hey.
JJ knows his baseball.
No, I don't either. Zachary from Wisconsin, I think. Zachary, how are you?
I'm alive.
Man, there you go.
Wisconsin. We got a caller from Wisconsin.
Yes, sir.
Zachary, where do you live, brother?
Platteville, Wisconsin.
Okay, you know what, Zachary? We hadn't had a caller from Wisconsin in a while, and just for being a cheesehead, we're going to send you a book. How about that? Just because you got up this morning
Well, thank you.
in the great state of Wisconsin.
Hey,
like it.
what's the temperature there? Because I know you guys know about some cold weather.
37 degrees.
That's not too bad.
No,
That's
no.
balmy.
It's balmy.
Balmy in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
I should have called about a week ago. It was negative 20.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean just the actual temperature was negative 20?
That was with wind chill.
Oh, wind chill still. That's
It was
brutal.
negative 11 with the wind chill of negative 20.
37, they go out to the beach there.
yeah. You got sunscreen
Oh,
on
yeah.
today.
Yeah. All right, but when we
Yes,
get through
sir.
with the question and answer, Zachary, hold on.
Yeah, we'll put you on hold.
We'll get your address and we'll mail you a free book. Okay, my friend?
All right, buddy.
Okay, well, go ahead. You want to ask, answer, or both?
Answer.
Okay, which one you want to take a shot at here?
Well, I could answer all three of the first questions.
Well, all right,
Okay,
win something.
You got to pick one.
Zachary? I like
the
your
first one.
confidence.
About the rivers.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me repeat it for those just tuning in. According to Genesis chapter 2, a single river flowed out of Eden and became four rivers, the Pishon, Gihon, and Tigris. What was the fourth river? Zachary, I think you know it.
Euphrates.
Euphrates.
Nicely
All right.
done.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
I was gonna
great.
Say the river Styx.
Well, yeah, it's tending towards Greek mythology there.
Oh, did I have my books wrong?
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
a common misconception, though. It happens a lot.
Zachary,
I
what's
saw
your
them in concert, too.
Styx, yeah, that was a group.
Yeah.
Zachary, what's your question for us?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Hey, my daughters the other evening said that the groundhog and the woodchuck are the same animal. Now, I don't know if they
Really?
I don't know if they heard it somewhere or if they just,
So how much can a groundhog chuck then?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what we're asking?
Yeah, how many weeks can we get if he's chucking wood and not coming out
If the
trying to be
woodchuck
like the
comes out.
Doppler radar?
Hey, Zachary, is a woodchuck and a groundhog, are they interchangeable?
I'm not quite sure.
You sound like Mr. Potato Head.
No, like a drill
Take
bit.
the arm off and put it out here and change out the nose.
Interchangeable.
All right,
That's
all
a
right.
good-
What's the answer? I think there is a logical thing about how many cords of wood. So what's the answer?
I
Zachary?
don't know the answer to this.
A woodchuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
That makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I
know-
never thought of it that way.
Nobody says that when they get to the end of their time. You
No,
you
no.
don't know
On
how
their
much.
deathbad, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't say that.
No,
You don't ask
no.
that question.
Hey, stay on the line so we can
Gotta
continue
put you
this
on hold.
book.
Yeah. Thank you, Zachary. Stay warm in Wisconsin.
But I mean, it is a interesting question to pose, I guess.
Yeah.
When you're younger, when you're in your building.
Woodchucking days.
Woodchucking days when you're gathering and building. But when you
just out
start
there chucking wood left and right, and, and you're counting how many days you got.
How many chucks you got left?
You reach the end of your woodchucking days.
You get to an age, you start
Yourself,
realizing.
No,
I could have saved myself a lot of my back trouble if I wouldn't have been chucking wood out here.
No, you just thought, I can just see these new portfolio ads, and a guy gets on there like the Blue Bloods guy and said, "Are you ending the end of your woodchucking days? You have enough in your Roth IRA. Would you like to add gold to your portfolio?"
It's time to get a second mortgage.
It's reverse mortgages.
Reverse mortgage.
Check this out.
That way you leave your family with squat at the end of your time.
When your woodchucking days are over.
You just spend all your money. Your kids don't get anything. Maybe they can pay for your funeral. We don't know. All right, so let's. Is it time to go back to?
Time to move along. Let's go back to the phones, guys.
All right, well, let's give it one more time before the break here.
All right, let's do that.
Let's go to Tennessee, and Joe is on the line. Joe, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hey guys, glad to be here.
How bad did you get hammered by Winter Storm Fern? Did you lose power?
We did not lose power at our house, but there was some neighborhoods that did, but they're all good now.
Good.
We had 5 inches of snow and an inch of ice on the back.
That's no fun.
What happened to Joe? Joe?
Something just
did we lose Joe?
He lost power.
Something just sort of glitched.
Yeah, that was weird. Let's take our break right here.
We'll try to get Joe back.
Yeah, Joe. You think his power went off? Do you?
I don't know. After we were talking about it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Joe was there, and then I don't know if it was on our end or his end, but we got accidentally.
His call dropped.
Got accident. There's no way he gets in on the.
No, we'll have to call him back.
We have to call him back. I don't know if we got Joe's phone number, but if we can't get you right now, we'll put you first in line next Friday. But we'll have to get your phone number.
Well, we'll see if they have it. If our
I tell you what, Joe can
send emails us.
If Joe can send us an email at comments@afr.net. You got it? Cindy got it.
She got them.
She got it. Cindy's like the computer whiz.
She's our air traffic controller on Learning University.
When we come back, we will reset our questions, right?
Oh, that's a good idea.
We will. We'll be back momentarily.
It's my turn.
Here is your host for My Turn, Don Wildmon.
Some time ago, I read the story of an incident which happened during the war between the states. It was such a significant story that I would like to pass it along to you. During heavy fighting in a battle, a soldier from the South, assigned the responsibility of carrying the flag for his side, made his way through the battle to a position far out in front of the rest of his army. Planting the flag firmly in the ground, he turned around and found that none of the other soldiers were anywhere near him. A soldier in the ranks saw the color bearer and called out to him, "Bring the colors back down nearer the troops. The fighting is too heavy. We cannot come up any higher." Well, the soldier who was in charge of the flag immediately shouted back, "The flag is already firmly planted. Tell the troops to move up to the flag." You know, there's a world of truth in that story which we need to remember in today's shortcut world. There's a great cry for the standards to be lowered to where the people are, rather than bringing the people up to where the standards fly. Many people today, some of them in responsible positions, are crying out for the standards to be lowered. It's impossible, they say, for the people to come up to the standards. There are two ways for the standards and the people to be joined. One is to bring the standards down to the level where the people are. And one must admit that this is the quickest and easiest solution to the problem. But quite often, the quickest and easiest solution is not the best solution. But there are still people around who would like to bring everything down to the lowest common denominator. The other way of joining the standards and the people is to bring the people up to where the standards are. And as is obvious, this is the most difficult way. This effort to lower the standards is nothing new to man. It's as old as man himself. Even the Nazarene carpenter was urged to lower the standards for fear that some would be excluded. But as any person of mature wisdom would do, he elected not to bring the standards down to the level of the people, but rather to raise the people to the level of the standards. Nothing is ever gained by a lowering of the standards. No battle has ever been won when it followed the lead of a retreating standard-bearer. No decent or just cause has ever been helped by a retreat toward mediocrity. Don't expect this effort to lower the standards to end anytime soon. Those who aren't willing to pay the price of moving up to the standards are likely to keep crying for the standards to be lowered to where they are. Somehow they have a twisted notion that a lowering of the standards would make them better soldiers. When you lower the standards, no one is helped except the cowards. And I can't remember a single battle where a coward led any forces to victory. The standards are firmly in place. Move up to where they are.
This has been My Turn with Don Wildmon, a production of the American Family Association.
A bruised reed he will not break, and a smoldering wick he will not extinguish. He will faithfully bring forth justice. He will not grow weak or discouraged before he has established justice on the earth. In his law the islands will put their hope. Isaiah 42, 3 and 4.
American Family Radio.
Bob, what do they win? Is it the curtain? Is it the box? Open the envelope, see what they want. Is it a new car?
Here on the Carol Burnett Show.
Come on down.
I think you got your shows, brother. Come on.
Let's Make a Deal was
that
pretty
Let's
good.
Make a Deal?
Boy, you know, you're sitting there, it brings out the gambler and everybody. I pick this, what's behind this big old curtain or this little tiny box? And you go,
yeah.
Rats. You're right there cheering for them.
Carol Merrill, she kind of broke the doors down for people like Vanna White and made it possible.
Pioneer.
That was Carol Merrill, wasn't it?
Carol Merrill, she was the people before Vanna White. She made it possible for women to stand there
on her shoulders,
look pretty, and don't say anything and make millions of dollars. And just you got to learn to put your hands out right.
Yeah.
As you showcase whatever it is.
Would you mind giving your cell number out?
Letters.
I think there's some people that like to, some women's lib groups that would love to talk to you after the show's over.
All right, Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio. This is Trivia Friday. We're here every Friday with AFR's Learning University show. I'm Tim with Ed and JJ. Ed, go ahead and repeat our questions.
All right, I've had two questions answered, so I'll have to add.
Wow.
Add
a little harder one.
Yes. All right. First question. What do I want to have remaining for my original three? The deadly African snake, the black mamba.
Black mamba.
Gets its name from the color of what body part? This is a multiple choice. Is it the mouth, skin, tip of its tail, or its eyes? Second question.
I don't want any part of it.
I'm with you. Second question, what state has the motto, the Beaver State?
The Beaver State.
And then I'll give you a true-false question. A pair of pants is called a pair because they were originally two separate leg coverings. Is that true or false? You know, you get a pair of pants and you go, well, it's just one pair. But it was originally called a pair because it was two separate leg coverings at the beginning. Is that true, though? Or is that false?
Well, then it's not true that everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. Or maybe that is true. Maybe that's why they came up with that.
Isn't that it's a brain teaser?
All animals are equal.
Yes.
Except some are more equal than others.
That's right.
Is that not what we think about?
Should it root not who?
You got JJ.
Speaking. No, what was that sports guy that always came up with those things? No, after him.
Too much.
I know you're. I know you're talking about
Chris Berman.
No, Holtz.
No. Yeah, I know. It'll come to me.
We're drifting now.
No. All right. Well, let me go back to this. You're talking about the Beaver State. At the bottom of their tag, their license plate, it says "G Wally." So I do know that much.
You know what? Mississippi's thinking about changing our name.
Here we go.
Really? Yeah, to the Black Mamba State. Did you know that? Huh?
I did not.
Yeah.
Because somebody found one.
A black mamba in Mississippi?
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
All right, here's what I've got. Start with a Bible question, Old Testament question. Aaron, the high priest, what happened to his two sons, Nadab and Abihu? Second question. After Ralph Nader published Unsafe at Any Speed, this car lost 96% of its sales in 4 years. Name the car. He put this car out of business.
Yeah,
Name the
sad,
car.
Sad.
Third question, true or false? Before Bob Ross was a soft-spoken famous TV artist, he was a drill sergeant in the military. Is that true or false? You dirtbags, after you run 10 miles, come in here in the barracks and we're going to paint some happy little trees.
Is that it?
It's it.
All right. We were on, Alice and I went down on vacation by ourselves a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Down to the beach.
Always good to get away from the kids and grandkids.
We like to go down there when we can.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got a little dog. It's 13-pound, a 12, 13-pound Maltese.
Yeah, Champ.
So he's 13 years old, by the way. He's AARP sending him letters. Now, they won't quit.
And he's not chucking wood as
and
much
he started
as he used
getting
to.
them earlier than anybody else because of that whole dog year thing.
Yes. So anyway, when we'd go to the beach every day for a couple of hours, we'd put him up on the couch and turn on Bob Ross.
No, you would not.
Oh, yeah. And we'd get back and he'd still be staring at Bob Ross on TV with his happy tree, just mesmerized. Little dog was 2 or 3 hours at a time. He'd just stare.
Wow.
And watch Bob Ross paint.
You went to the
It was
beach
soothing.
for 3 hours?
Huh?
You went to the beach for 3 hours?
Yeah, a lot of
And
people
it's
do
hot.
that.
It's hot down there.
Yeah.
By the sand. Anyway.
Well, not year round.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
True enough. True story.
What's the point going to the beach if you don't stay for a couple of hours?
I'm with Tim on that. I'm
Well,
a beach guy.
That's
My wife,
have you never
I'm
seen
the
Uncle
beach.
Buck
Uncle
with John Candy carrying all that stuff to the beach? You might as well stay away.
No, that's a summer rental.
Might as well stay a while.
That's
Anyway,
summer rental.
I think we need to move on.
Yeah.
Just call a truce right there.
Yeah, see, you guys start.
You can agree
guys
to
start,
disagree.
You guys start yakking and going on, and I say a couple of things, and you go, "Hey, we need to move on."
No, it was summer rental.
Yeah,
It wasn't
summer
Uncle
Lou
Buck.
Holtz and Newt Rockney is somebody, one of those kind of guys that has those, Lou Holtz
Sayings?
always has those sayings. Yeah.
We're
Where'd
back.
that come from?
We're back
Was
to
that
that.
10
No, that
minutes?
was one of my things,
Oh,
10 minutes
I thought
ago.
that
I'm back
10
in the
minutes ago.
kitchen, remembering what I came in here
Wel-
for.
All right, here's my question.
Welcome to the old man show.
The average, forget what they were talking about. The average adult heart beats how many times a day? Number one, I'll give you 3 choices: 25,000, 50,000, or 100,000.
I'm
Number
exhausted
2.
about
Number
alcohol.
2.
You got to go up a little bit more around Valentine's Day.
At the height of this 1950s fad, baby boomer question, more than 5,000 of these sold every day because of a popular TV show.
Yes, they did.
What was the name? What was that about? What's the answer to that? And number 3, what is the art of making designs or patterns on fabric using a needle and thread? Want to know the answer to that?
By the way,
what is the art of making designs or patterns on fabric using a needle and thread?
all right. By the way, let me just make sure
Yes.
I'm understanding your 1950s question. Are you asking for the show or
The item.
the item? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The item which would have been associated with the show.
Okay.
But if I say more than that, I'm going to give it away.
All right. We found Joe in Tennessee.
All right.
Joe, welcome back.
Hey, all right.
All right, Joe.
Thank you for
Glad
being
to be
patient.
here.
You want to ask, answer, or do both?
I'll do both.
All right. Which one you want to answer?
What was the question about the duck?
The duck. Does someone have a question
I
about
don't
the duck?
have a duck question.
Yeah, you said something about an echo.
Oh, no, that was in the opening
That's
part
in
of the
that's
show.
in the opening. That's from a show about 4 or 5 years
That's
ago.
just kind of a trailer, just
See
a
what I mean?
little
See what I mean
fun
about
trailer.
Oh,
See what I mean about people in the South?
okay.
See what I'm saying?
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Last week, you had a question about music, and you said there was 3 male parts in the musical notes.
Yes,
the
we did.
baritone,
Yeah.
the bass, and
Tenor?
the tenor.
Yeah.
Yes.
In a gospel quartet, which is 4, is what a quartet is. What is that? What part is the 4th person singing?
I think it's going to be, since you got bass, I think it's going to be treble. Or maybe that's the setting on my stereo. I got the 8-track player and the phonograph, and I got a little thing where I can make the bass and the treble do what I wanted to do.
Treble.
So we got 4 parts in a quartet, a male quartet, right?
Yeah.
Bass, baritone.
Is it alto? I'm asking the guys here, Joe.
Yeah.
Is it alto?
What were the 3 that he mentioned? Bass and
Baritone,
tenor.
and tenor.
I think alto. That's to say that's a good guess. How about
What do you think?
alto?
Alto.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Is it
do
alto?
we have it right?
I've always heard it was soprano.
Oh,
for men?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just was throwing something out. I just pulled that from somewhere deep in my mind. Alto. I don't know if it's
Okay,
true or
well,
not. It may be.
We'll
soprano.
find out.
Study that out.
Yes, sir. We'll find out. Hey, stay warm.
Very popular dog
Stay
food.
warm there in Tennessee.
Alto was a very popular dog food back in the 70s. You remember that?
Alto. Yeah, get a can of Alto.
Yeah. Now, what was the answer there?
He said
know.
he was asking us. He might not have known, but a lot of people sing Southern gospel, and they're absolutely. Well, you can hear them shouting out the answer.
All right, type. Let's get this over with.
All right.
Type that question.
While he's typing, tomorrow night, Elyria Christian School, McPherson, Kansas. I've got the flyer.
You're going to be there, right?
On my Facebook
You're leaving.
page.
What time are you leaving? You leaving after the show today?
No, 5:30 in the morning from Memphis, Tennessee. They want you to get there 2 hours early, and we're an hour from the airport. You do the math. I'm not even going to take a shower. I'm going to sleep in my truck in the driveway tonight, and then just start rolling about 1 or 2 in the morning. Hey, but after that, Valentine's, February the 14th, Family Farms, Glen Rose, Arkansas, ticketed event. And then on the 15th, First Baptist Church, Locksburg, Arkansas, Sunday morning preaching, Sunday evening, Valentine's
You're going to be at all those places?
Yes, sir.
All right, what do you
All
got?
right, I got the answer. So there's tenor, lead, baritone, and bass.
So lead is the missing one.
Yeah.
Like a lead singer?
Yeah, this says lead sings the primary melody line of the song, acting as the lead vocalist.
But that doesn't describe what the range is, does it? Really?
Well, he's just doing the lead, so he's the lead singer, just singing the main root of the song.
So
and then everybody else
he
grabs
sort of
the
sets
part.
the tone.
There you go.
Like a car dealer, in a way.
I would say
a car dealer.
I'd say not like that at all. But thanks for playing.
Thanks for
Here's your consolation prize.
Here's your flowers. Now exit.
Here, let's get back to the.
All right. We're going to go back to Texas because we can't help ourselves.
That's right.
Chip is on the line. Chip, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thanks, guys. Great to talk to you. Incredible to be in.
Thank you, Chip.
Kind of scared me when you first came on there. I didn't know if you were calling from the netherworld or something.
No, I'm in my kitchen because I've got a lot of rescue dogs that make a lot of noise if I get too close to them. So they start hearing me talk, and then they'll start barking up, and then we won't be able to hear each other. So I gotta stay in my kitchen.
When Chip first started talking, we got some kind of like you were in a portal, making some kind of, and it made me think about the fellow that had the DeLorean for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and he said it was a great shape, only used it from time to time.
I saw that. Actually, saw that on Facebook this morning.
All right, Chip, answer or ask or both.
Yeah, I'll try to do both, guys.
Okay, which one you want to answer?
I'll be honest with you. Most of them kind of puzzled me a bit. Usually, I'm trying to call in, and I've got a really good idea, or I know I've got the right answer on many times. But today I'm just going to try and guess that Bob Ross question because it's just so bizarre
it's
for me.
It's 50-50. You said you're going to try to guess it because it's what?
Bizarre.
Oh,
it's just so bizarre. It just sounds so like unlike his character.
Here's the question, and then you can toss a coin and give me an answer. Before Bob Ross was a soft-spoken, famous TV artist, he was a drill sergeant in the military. Is that true or false?
Yeah, you wouldn't think so, but because you asked the question, I've got to say it's probably true.
It is, Chip, it is 100% true.
Wow.
Yeah,
he was a drill sergeant?
Here's a little bit of the backstory. Bob Ross, because I knew you were going to ask. Bob Ross enlisted at age 18 in 1961, spent 20 years in the military before his painting career, The Joy of Painting on PBS. And he, at one point in his career, he was a drill sergeant, and he said, this was one of the quotes that I came across, because he was screaming and yelling and so, manic, animated like they do, that whenever he got out of the military, he said, I don't ever want to talk to anybody like that again. And he was intentional about saying, I'm going to try to be calm and soothing. And so he did that because of, I don't like scaring people, intimidating them, getting an inch from their face, and screaming. So one of his quotes was he did that on purpose. So he just went all Mr. Rogers with his painting.
He was in there. He was in the Air Force.
Air Force,
stationed in Alaska.
Yeah. That was another thing. He said the military had a good sense of humor. Grew up in Florida, never saw a snowflake. And then when he joined the military, they sent him to Alaska. But now connect the dots. Look at those mountains that he's always painting. Yeah. So he was there for a real long time. So you can see where his inspiration came from.
That's fascinating.
Get down there and give me 50 happy trees, boy.
Hey,
you eyeballing me.
Good guess, Chip. And what's your question for us, buddy?
Yeah, I had a list of them, and now I've misplaced the list over the last few weeks, so I'd had to come up with three. The first two, I think, are way too easy for you fellas, so I'm going to have to go with the third one.
So.
And so the third one I came up with is in the 90s, NASA developed a prototype for an escape pod to attach to the space shuttle to take up to a space station in case there was something that went terribly wrong for the astronauts to get back. What was the name of that project or the pod?
Ed's gonna know.
No.
From what years we talking about?
The 90s, he said.
I said, well, I can
90s?
tell you it's in the 90s.
Okay.
Maybe if I pinpoint it for you, it'd probably be easier. But I'll tell you it's the late 90s.
The late 90s is
that makes it a lot easier.
So you
we got it on
what was the name of the
now?
Was it you said it was a pod?
Escape
pod.
pod.
Escape pod, although very large. I was on the premises. I saw it, so it's not like astronauts could get in it, and there's enough room for people to move around a bit. But it was still small enough to attach to the space shuttle. Where
I'm going to have to disqualify myself. I worked on that project.
Where do you come up with this?
Full disclosure.
So funny. And so now he's out of the jury pool, not allowed to be sit on the bench for this.
All right.
Leaves it to these two, the remaining two.
I don't have much hope.
All right. Thank you for that the vote of confidence, Tim.
Oh, my
All right, Chip.
word.
Now let me ask you this, okay? Let me just
You think
ask.
you're going to get closer?
No, okay. I just got a question I'm going to ask, okay? Because you said that telling us it was in the late 90s would help us, which is absurd unless there's something about the late 90s. So is the name of the project connected to a movie or something?
Or a band?
Or something?
You're on to something.
No, I was not. No, it was not connected to a band or a movie or anything
Chip's
like that.
toying with
something
this. He's throwing us off the trail. Hey, just sling that horseshoe through the air and see if you get a leaner or if you even get in the sandbox, Ed. I'll follow your lead.
Chip, I have no idea. I get.
I'm going to say it's the Hokey Pokey pod. Yeah, because they put 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and they get inside that pod and turn all about.
Yeah.
We
don't
have no
know.
idea. We
Answers,
don't
we-
even have a good guess.
They don't know.
What's the answer? They
Yeah.
don't know.
No, the answer, it was the X-38 project. The pod was called the X-38, and it was unfortunate because I was out there on the grounds trying to sell them some voice-activated headwear that I represented at the time for a manufacturing company off the East Coast.
Wow.
And
That's
anyway,
impressive.
but they scrapped it, and I'm guessing there must have been issues because I was out there. I was really out there a lot talking to astronauts, cosmonauts, at meetings with these guys that made me sweat bullets because they were asking me things that honestly were kind of a bit over my head. So I was constantly having to have these little Zoom meetings, if you will, with the manufacturer. But nonetheless, they just scrapped it. And I'm guessing there must have been some issues that they came up with that they felt like perhaps their funding was better placed somewhere else.
I got a probing question, Chip. When you're having not the Zoom meeting, when you're in-house,
You're zooming in you're zooming in the 90.
No, you got the long board table and everybody's in there.
Yeah,
Refreshments.
I said-
Refreshments. Tang? Did they serve Tang? That's my question.
Yeah, no, there was no Tang there, but I did get a couple of autographs. But it wasn't really a Zoom meeting. It was more like we just had. I called up the manufacturer over my phone, and they were just asking questions back and forth.
So, Chip, let me get
I
this.
wouldn't
Let me get
embarrass
this
myself.
right, Chip. So you were calling on NASA to buy some headsets from you?
Yeah, voice-activated headwear. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's people, typically had used it. People that work on power lines or things where they have to, use both hands, especially in inclement weather, and so they just need,
I got you.
You talk and people hear you, and then you stop talking, and then you hear them, and
kind of like marriage.
It was kind of unique headwear. But
hey, Chip, we got to go, buddy. Thank you so much. Boy, that's impressive getting to talk to astronauts, cosmonauts, get autographs and things, and do business in that circle.
Absolutely. What's that man?
You kind of like marriage. That was
good.
Good line.
That was good right there.
All right, let's go to Arkansas. We've been to Arkansas today. Joshua is on the line. Joshua, welcome to Trivia Friday. You okay?
Yeah,
And he's driving around his DeLorean, too.
Got Led Zeppelin
Came
going
to,
up there.
came to a screeching halt there. Joshua, you there?
We're in a car right now.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
All right. It sounded like you came to a screeching halt there. Okay. Listen, hey, where do you live in Arkansas when you're not driving?
Camellia, Arkansas.
Okay.
Near Bakersfield, Missouri.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, Joshua, you want to ask, answer, or do both?
I'll try to do both.
All right. Which question you want to try to answer?
I'll try Professor Jasper's Bible question.
Here we go. Bible question. Aaron, the high priest, what happened to his two sons, Nadab and Abihu?
Yeah.
The Lord struck them dead because they offered a fire that he did not permit for the offering.
Hey!
Strange fire.
Because
Wow.
because they did what?
Everything was so precise down to the tiniest detail. You had to come in and do this, do that, how you washed your robes, put blood on your thumb, on your earlobe. Everything was just, go to the outside of the camp. I mean, God told Moses, I wanted it exactly like this. And he told him repeatedly. And everything was going along. And then Aaron's sons brought in the wrong kind of fire to make a sacrifice. And the Lord struck them dead right there on the spot. Put fear in the camp, obviously. And they said, hey, God is serious about details. And you're doing everything exactly right to how you wanted the tabernacle built, to all the prescribed offerings and things. So, yeah, and it even goes on more. He told Aaron, he said, I don't want you to grieve. He said,
because it was so sinful.
It was, you're just saying,
They did it rebelliously.
Carelessly, I think.
That's a good word,
Yeah.
carelessly. But, there are a lot of things we don't understand in the Old Testament. But one thing, God sure is serious about sin, and he's serious about excellence and obedience. But, that's a great that you knew that. Are you reading your Bible through? Did you just get to that a few days ago like I did?
Actually, I did a few days ago. Yes,
I did as well. Thank you for reading the word.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You know what that cowbell means?
It was the mystery question. I listen to you every week.
Wow.
Thank you, Joshua.
Thank you, Joshua.
All right, what's your question for us? Go ahead.
I have two questions, but I don't know which one you want. There's a train question and a Bible question. Which one do you guys want?
Just the train doesn't have anything to do with the guy leaving from Denver, does it? Because
70 miles an hour.
That makes our head hurt.
2 o'clock in the afternoon. Headed to Boston.
Which
one do you
guys want?
Wait, what was the other
Let's
choice?
try the train or Bible.
I say I have a better chance at a Bible question than a train question.
Let's go. We'll go with the Bible question.
Okay. Which church in the book of Revelation does the Lord say, I stand at the door and knock? If any man hears my voice and opens the door, I'll come into him and will dine with him and he with me.
Which church?
All right, hang on a second, Joshua. We're going to talk amongst ourselves. Is that Laodicea?
It sounds like it. Yeah.
Wait,
I'll sup with him, he with me. Behold, I stand at the door and knock.
What's the question?
The question is with the 7 letters to the 7 churches in the book of Revelation.
Yeah.
In one of those letters to one of those churches, he says, I stand at the door and knock. And what Joshua is asking is which church is that?
The different churches, the letters, Laodicea, and the different ones. He wrote the
I'm
letter.
going to say First Presbyterian.
That's going to be close.
Which one did y'all go with?
First Presbyterian. Well, let's see. If he's talking about the Spirit of God maybe leaving.
No, I'm absolutely kidding. I know there's churches in the book there.
First John,
but lay out
Isle of Patmos.
But the question is, he said what to them?
I stand at the door and knock. And
okay.
He who opens to me, I will come in and.
And you're going to say the Church of Laodicea?
Well, I think that's right. And JK,
that was the one that was lukewarm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll spit you
all
out
right, Joshua, go ahead.
How'd we do, Joshua?
You are absolutely correct.
Yes.
Hey,
it was Laodicea.
Hey, Josh, thanks again for reading your Bible. Thank you for listening to AFR. Stay on the line so we can get your address and send you this book. Congratulations again for winning the mystery question.
You know, I'm really
on hold.
I've got 3 questions that I've had the whole show. So it's
this would be a record if you end the show with 3 questions. That'll be a record for you.
I know. I mean, so I'm trying to challenge people. Our students.
Yeah,
you know,
got to sometime.
So what we're going to do is we're going to repeat our questions now.
Okay.
Then take our break and then come back to the last half hour, and we won't have to repeat them for a while. How about that?
We'll be rolling after the break.
Rolling.
All right.
Rolling.
Here are my 3 questions. The deadly African snake, the black mamba, gets its name from the color of what body part? Is it the color of the mouth, skin, tip of its tail, or its eyes?
You can see it. That dude's fast.
If you can see it, you are too close.
Yeah, that's duly noted.
What it says in those mirrors.
If you can see it, you'll never remember you did.
That's what, when you buy you a new black mamba, right there on the mirror, it says that. If you can see it, you're too close.
Too close. What state has the motto, the Beaver State?
Beaver State.
And third question, a pair of pants is called a pair because they were originally 2 separate leg coverings.
A pair.
Is that true or false?
Pair of pants is better than one in the bush.
Ralph Nader wrote a book, and it ruined this car. Name the car. Second question, I'll add one. What tiny vessel connects an artery to a vein? What tiny vessel connects an artery to a vein? 3, what do gymnasts, climbers, and weightlifters rub on their hands for extra grip?
Very important.
Good question.
Very important. I tell you what, I'm going to give my 3 when we get back from this short time out, okay? I'll give my 3.
You're so artery. I bet you think that joke is about you.
Doing your best Carly Simon there, huh? We'll be back momentarily. Stay with us.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast may not necessarily reflect those of the American Family Association or American Family Radio.
Faith, family, freedom. American Family Radio.
It's been proven again and again and again.
Bert Harper.
The verification of the dates, the verification of the genealogies. It puts spiritual iron in my spiritual blood to know that we can depend upon the Word of God.
Exploring the Word, weekday afternoons at 3 Central on American Family Radio. This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
For American Family News, I'm Chris Woodward. The Justice Department has arrested Zabar al-Bakoush, an alleged key suspect in the terrorist attack against a U.S. compound in Benghazi, Libya, in 2012. Federal Attorney Janine Pirro said she talked to the victims' families after the capture.
These were people who never expected that justice would be coming. They never knew about the determination in this room and behind me and the incredible work of the FBI.
4 Americans were killed in the terrorist attack. A Libyan man was arrested in 2014 and is now serving a life sentence.
There are more of them out there. Time will not stop us from going after these predators, no matter how long it takes, in order to fulfill our obligation to those families who suffered horrific pain.
For more on this story, visit our website, afn.net. The Trump administration wants to expand a nuclear weapons pact to include China. Here's Fox's Jared Halpern.
A decades-old treaty capping the number of nuclear weapons for the U.S. and Russia is now expired, and President Trump says rather than renew the START agreement, he wants a new deal that would also put limits on China's nuclear proliferation. The call comes as the U.S. now accuses Beijing of conducting a secret nuclear test in 2020 and seeking to conceal that testing because the country knew it violates test ban commitments. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says China's rapid and opaque expansion of its nuclear arsenal makes bilateral agreements obsolete, arguing any arms control arrangement that does not account for China's buildup leaves the U.S. and its allies less safe.
The mainstream media is ignoring a landmark legal decision that could stop the transgender medical syndicate in its tracks. AFN's Steve Jordahl has this story.
1 week ago, a jury in New York found a psychologist and a surgeon liable for damages for pressuring and then removing the healthy breasts of then 16-year-old Fox Varian who thought she wanted to be a boy. She was awarded $2 million. But Craig Bannister of Media Research Center says you barely heard a peep about this landmark case in the mainstream media.
This is the first such trial that has gone to court and been decided by a jury.
He says there are cases lined up like planes in a landing pattern at JFK with the potential to derail, if not completely kill, the liberal assembly line, mutilating 1,000 or so kids a year.
It seems to have potentially opened the floodgates for lawsuits against people pushing this type of surgery on children.
The decision did not find that it is always wrong to medically intervene on delusional kids with gender dysphoria, just that in this case, the shrink and surgeon did not fully inform Varian of the dangers of such treatments.
The decision was narrowed only to the process that must be followed by doctors in order to perform this type of surgery on minors.
But Bannister says a $2 million hit for medical professionals may be threatening enough to slow or stop the transgender medical syndicate.
It costs a lot to insure oneself against malpractice, and one can only imagine what would happen if there was a judgment against a doctor.
I'm Steve Jordahl.
Well, a doctor in Houston is accused of preventing his patients from getting liver transplants that they needed to live. Fox's Ted Lidner.
A Texas doctor is indicted for falsifying the medical records of 5 of his patients in order to make them ineligible for liver transplants. Dr. John Stevenson Bynum Jr. was indicted by a grand jury in Houston last month. He's accused of making false statements related to his role as director of abdominal organ transplantation and surgical director for liver transplantation at Memorial Hermann Health Systems in Houston. A definitive motive has not been proven in court. Of the 5 patients who missed out on liver transplants, 3 died. 2 were able to get livers at other hospitals.
In final news, California has the nation's least affordable electricity. That's according to research from UC Berkeley's business school. Electricity rate increases have gone up 39% in the last 6 years, higher than any other state. Find more news on afn.net.
Over the last 10 years, young people have been deconstructing their faith, or more accurately, de-Christianizing. The First Great Awakening was a supernatural move of God that happened in the American colonies just before the American Revolution. How we need another Great Awakening today. Please help spread the sparks of revival by supporting AFA with a gift, and we'll send you a free copy of the DVD, Desperate for More, The First Great Awakening. Go to afa.net/revival today.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840. Now, back to more Trivia Friday.
Back, everybody, to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. I'm Tim with Ed and JJ. We're here every Friday, Monday through Thursday. We have today's issues, a current events news show. But on Fridays, we like to have a little fun, lighten up a little bit. So that's what we're doing today again. Trivia Friday, also known as
Learning University.
We're going to have some new Learning University T-shirts available probably in about a month.
And we've got the Learning University tattoo. If people want to consider that. Large letters across your lower back. You'll be a big hit when you go to the beach.
Learning University.
Yes.
Tattoo.
Hey, you were going to, in all seriousness, you were going to, Ed gave his questions, I gave mine.
Yeah.
You were going to give your three
Yes, sir,
questions.
I am. So my three questions have been, which have not even been attempted.
What?
I know, the whole hour. I guess I'm going to have to dumb it down. Next time. Good night. I have more.
Outcome based,
that's
ladies
brutal.
and gentlemen. I have one of those Common Core questions.
Okay. 2 + 3 is what? Here's your multiple choice answers. All right. All right. So the average. The average.
You had
we
to
were
wait
okay
till
until you said multiple choice. Yeah, you about caused some hot coffee to come out of my nose.
Here we go with my three questions. The average adult heart beats how many times a day? It is a multiple choice question. 25,000, 50,000, or 100,000. The average adult heart beats how many times a day? That's the question. 25,000, 50,000, or 100,000. Question number 2. At the height of this 1950s fad, more than 5,000 of these items sold every day because of a popular TV show. I want to know what that item was. And number 3, what is the art of making designs or patterns on fabric using a needle and thread? What is that called when you do that? All right, go ahead.
Those shouldn't be that hard.
I know. I don't know what the problem is.
All right, let's go to Oklahoma. And Jamie is on the line. Jamie, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hey, professors, how are y'all?
Hey, good, Jamie. Thanks for calling. Appreciate hearing from you. Where do you live in Oklahoma?
I am just east of Ada, Oklahoma, and about 30 miles north of Tupelo, Oklahoma.
That's right.
That's right.
Where Jamie is, Ada, Oklahoma, Tupelo, Oklahoma. They also have a Tishomingo. They have a the same names where we're sitting because this was
Pontotoc.
Chickasaw. They have Pontotoc. And the same names that we have when they went to, the Trail of Tears and went to Oklahoma, they carried their name.
The Indians who left here went to Oklahoma. Some of them went to Oklahoma, where Jamie's calling from. So they named their town. Some of them the same names we have here. Right. That's why she
right.
said Tupelo.
Because the Chickasaw Nation was actually here.
Right. All right, Jamie. Ask, answer, or both.
Yes. Both, and I'm going to answer your question, Tim, about the 1950s fad.
All right, here we go. Thank you.
Here
Jamie.
we go.
The question that Jamie's going to answer. How old are you, Jamie?
You're not supposed to ask a lady that, Tim.
I don't care.
Once you get over, you don't care.
What did you say, Jamie?
I'm 50.
How much do you weigh?
Yeah.
While we're kind of going that direction.
Well, now, that is crossing the line right there. You can get away with age. You start asking her to get on the scales, you're gonna disqualify yourself from any relationship.
You're disqualified for ministry
Now,
after that one.
see, look, I'm getting in trouble here, and then when I get home, I'm going to get in trouble with my wife. That's a double
You did
whammy.
what?
Yeah.
I'm getting
You said
calls.
what?
My friend said you asked a lady how much she weighed.
I'm just following Tim's lead, hon.
All right. So here we go. Here's the question that Jamie's going to answer. At the height of this 1950s fad, more than 5,000 of these sold every day because of a popular TV show. Jamie, what was this item?
A hula hoop.
You know what? That is a great answer because I would.
That's what I thought it was.
That's what I thought it was too. I'm going to give Jamie another shot, okay? And here's how I'm going to change.
Give her a little bit of a hint.
I'm going to change the question. JJ knows this.
Can I help you with the hint?
You sure can.
This is more for boys. The hula hoop more for girls. The answer that Tim's looking for more for boys.
Okay. A Davy Crockett.
There you go.
Oh, that's what we're talking about.
Coonskin cap.
Davy Crockett.
So the question the answer to the question is the Davy Crockett coonskin hat at the height of its popularity of that TV show in the 50s sold 5,000 a day across the country. That's before Amazon.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, think about it.
The popularity of the Davy Crockett show drove sales through the roof.
Kind of rough on the coons.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I wasn't paying attention to the TV show part of it. That's important.
Yeah, the people and you know what though? I remember, of course, I wasn't even born until '63, but this show was in the '50s. It must have been reruns, but I remember even when I was a kid, in the late '60s.
Yeah.
That was still popular.
Kids in the neighborhood wore a coonskin cap.
So way to go, Jamie. Yeah, you're right.
Well, thank you for giving me a second chance.
Yeah, well, the
we
hula
get second chances.
You know, the hula hoop. I have to look that up, but that's right up there with
it. Really did well. Yeah,
but
we were
5,000 a day.
We were so
That's
poor
crazy.
we couldn't. None of my brother Mike and I, we didn't ever have a coonskin cap, but we had a possum hat. We had that little rat.
That was a
tail
poor
hanging.
man's Davy Crockett hat.
It was a little rat-looking tail hanging off the back, but at least we had it kept our heads warm.
Possum hat.
Oh Lord.
the little head with the two beady eyes.
Right.
So your dad go out the side of the road.
Well,
honey, we can't afford no Davy Crockett hat, so I'm gonna have to go find us a possum tonight.
Well, it's kind of win-win because you got to eat supper and then
oh wow,
hat to boot.
Well,
Roadkill and Christmas present all wrapped up in one.
Oh my!
Oh.
Hey, you've been a great sport. Thank you so much, Jamie. Thank you for listening to AFR.
Yeah,
what's your question for us?
It's a Super Bowl question.
Oh yeah, when is the Super Bowl? Tomorrow? I mean Sunday.
Sunday.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's from Super Bowl III, and it says, "How many passes did Joe Namath throw in the fourth quarter when he led his Jets to a shocking upset win over the Colts?" And it's a multiple choice, A, B, and C. 0, 1, or 2.
How many passes did he throw in the fourth quarter of that game?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we're going to talk amongst ourselves. Okay, all right. I think it was 0. I think they just ran the ball because they were up. I think 16-7, something like that.
Okay.
And I think they just ran the ball the whole quarter.
I'll go with you.
So I think it was 0.
Yeah. That's
but
good.
0, 1, or 2. It's all right. Is it 0?
It is 0. You are correct.
Go ahead.
Wow. Way to go.
Came through for the team again.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're not going to trade you.
No, and we're going to get you a big, long bearskin coat, a coat that goes all the way down to your ankles. Just
get me a coonskin cap, and I'll be happy.
You'll be ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, Jamie, thank you so much for your call there from Oklahoma. Jamie's 50 years old.
And weighs, what did she say? How much?
She didn't say.
Well, she said it in kilos, so I can't do the math to make the conversion.
All right, next up, Ed.
All right, we go to Kentucky, and Lee is on the line. Lee, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hey, thanks for having me, fellas.
Lee, you remember, maybe you do, when kids had coonskin caps? Were you, are you old enough to?
A little before my time, but I do remember the fad.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Lee being from Kentucky reminded me because that's where Daniel Boone was from.
Yeah, for real, that's where he was from.
Davy Crockett was from Tennessee, but both of them, I know what it was now. Fess Parker played
both.
He played both. But I remember the Daniel Boone show when I was in the 60s.
Right.
That was the most popular, but Davy Crockett evidently in the 50s.
Fess Parker played Davy Crockett in a couple of movies.
Yes, he did.
And
He
then
did.
he played Daniel Boone in the TV show.
Yes, he did.
You've mentioned this. I got a picture of Fess Parker and my dad side by side because my dad was an extra in the movie Davy Crockett and the River Pirates.
Yep. I think you remember telling us the
little
story.
backstory.
Yep.
Hey, Lee, ask, answer, or do both?
Both.
Which one you feel confident about?
I feel confident about the needle and thread question, since nobody's got one from you yet.
Okay, yeah, here we go, Lee. Here's the question. What is the art of making designs or patterns on fabric using a needle and thread? What is that called?
That is embroidery, I believe.
Embroidery.
Nice.
Embroidery.
Nice.
And if you can spell embroidery, Lee, without looking at it, I'm going to send you a book, a free book.
I'd say throw some cash in there because that'd be hard
All right,
to
well, we'll throw we'll throw a pen, a ballpoint pen.
As well as a book.
So spell embroidery for me there, Lee.
EMBROIDERY.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, way to go.
Wow.
They shouldn't talk about people from Kentucky like they do.
Well, who does?
You know?
No, they don't.
You heard him. He spelled it first try.
That's
Well, what did they
right.
say,
Not a
Tim?
lifeline.
JJ's from Kentucky. He
I
knows how to
am.
spell a few words.
Well, see, it's radio, so you can't see his felt hat, and you can't see that he's wearing overalls with no shirt
corn
on.
pipe?
The corn cob pipe.
Corn
yeah, they're
cob
rough
pipe.
on us. Lee, don't you worry about not having shoes on. You just keep on going barefoot everywhere you go, buddy. I'm with you. Hey,
If I didn't have him today, I'd be in trouble because it is snowing like you wouldn't
Is
believe.
it
here in
really?
Lexington.
what part of Kentucky?
He's in Lexington.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Right there in the heart of Kentucky. And
I
it's
talked to
snowing
my relatives
crazy.
from Owensboro. They said there's still ice and snow on the ground.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Lee, what's your question?
I'm originally from Bowling Green, but it's gotten pretty bad up here.
Hey, what's your
All right,
question
my
for
question
us?
for you guys is a Bible. It's a Bible question.
Okay.
And it's been rumored that the three wise men, when they went to visit baby Jesus, that they had smoke coming off of their robes. Can you answer why that was?
Because the Bible verse says they came from afar. That's exactly why. Here's the deal. It
Hey, you
says
know
they
what that
come
was?
From afar.
That's one Kentucky boy to
You better believe it.
Right there.
Yeah.
They come from afar.
They come from afar. Hey, Lee is from originally from Bowling Green. Go Hilltoppers and the Corvette Museum. Anybody that remembers that classic car, they were made right there in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Lee, I'm going to put you on hold because we are going to send you a book and apparently a pen.
Yeah, throw that
Yeah, a
in there.
ballpoint pen. Not just your average pen.
It's yours,
a
isn't
ballpoint.
it? So it's got half the life left in it.
Well, I don't know. I guess I could part with this. I kind of like this pen myself. But anyway.
He worked hard.
We'll throw him a pen in there.
Yeah.
I will be. Lee, I'm going to be honest with you. All right? Just going to speak forthrightly. I doubt you're going to get a pen. Okay?
Well,
No, I think he will.
Well,
I got some
because-
pens up in. I got some extra pens up in the office.
Yeah,
Okay?
but you don't mail this stuff out, though, do you?
No, but somebody, we can round up somebody to do that for us.
Well, all right, Lee, I'm going to put you.
Yeah, Lee,
bless
we're
you,
gonna,
brother.
We're
I'm gonna
going to
put-
send you a pen.
I'm going to put you on hold.
Yeah.
We'll get your information.
Lee, if the pen's not there, it got lost in Memphis.
Yeah.
That's our story, and we're sticking with it.
PEN. Pen. We're going to send you a pen.
So we'll get your mailing information and get that out in the mail to you.
Did we? Okay. All right. You're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. I'm Tim with Ed and JJ. And if you want to listen to, we got a bunch of our previous Trivia Friday shows available on podcasts. So if you're traveling and you want to listen to some of those shows, have a little fun, laugh with us there, we have them available at afr.net. Click on podcast and click on the banner. It says Trivia Friday. And we got a couple years there or something like that of Trivia Friday shows.
We need to probably reset our questions for the last.
That's AFR.
time?
Yes, that's AFR.net. AFR.net. Click on podcast, and you'll see the banner for Trivia Friday. Yes, sir. Last time today, we'll repeat our questions.
All right. I still have 3 left. So the deadly African snake, the black mamba, gets its name from the color of what body parts? Multiple choice. Is it the mouth, skin, tip of its tail, or eyes? Second question, what state has the motto, the Beaver State? And a pair of pants is called a pair because they were originally two separate leg coverings. Is that true or false?
And that Irish black mamba, just as it's leaving, a tip of the tail to you. Here's what I've got. First question. After Ralph Nader published Unsafe at Any Speed, this car lost 96% of its sales. Put this car out of business. Name the car.
Wow.
Second question. What tiny vessel connects an artery with a vein? Those of you in the medical field will know that. Third question. What do gymnasts, climbers, and weightlifters rub on their hands for extra grip?
All right, Tim.
All right, my question.
You want to add a couple?
No, I
Make sure you have three?
Nah, I'll stick with my last one here.
You're a mean one,
Yeah.
Mr. Ed.
All right, so the question I have is the average adult heart beats how many times a day? And here it's a multiple choice: 25,000 times a day, 50,000 times a day, or 100,000 times a day.
It's exhausting no matter what answer.
The average adult heart beats how many times a day? That doesn't include things like, sprinting to the popcorn machine,
Right.
things of that nature.
Just the resting heart rate.
A resting heartbeat. How many?
Here's the deal. I had an old boy in high school. He said the girls broke up with him so many times his heart beats with a limp. That's a broken heart right there, boy.
Broken heart. That'd probably be a good Hank Williams song right there, wouldn't it be?
My heart's been broke so many times it beats with a limp.
Yeah.
I'd buy that album.
Absolutely. All right, so back to the phones, Ed.
All right, we go back to Arkansas, and James is on the line. James, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Good morning.
Good morning, Brother James. Where are you calling from in Arkansas?
I live in Texarkana.
Yeah, that's a good area. Hey, I'm going to be north of you on February the 15th in
You are? Are you
Locksburg,
serious?
Arkansas. First Baptist Church, Locksburg, just north of Texarkana.
You know where that is, James?
Okay. No, it's a little distance from us. We've been there a year and a half, so can't remember.
Yeah. You need to get
Okay.
one of those Rand McNally.
Hey, you know Jeff Shreve over at First Baptist Texarkana?
I know he's a local pastor here. I haven't met him, but I hear him sometimes on your program.
Right.
Tell you what, don't ever let him
job.
borrow money from you. That's all I got to say. That's all. I'm not going to ruin anybody's reputation.
Oh, my word.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at
make
that.
sure people know you're kidding.
James, he's just joking.
James, would you ask, answer, or do both, sir?
I'll try to do both.
Which one you want to answer?
The Black Mamba.
There
All
we
right,
go, there we
finally,
go.
someone's going to take a shot at this. James, let me repeat the question. The deadly African snake, the black mamba, gets its name from the color of what body part? Is it the mouth, skin, tip of its tail, or its eyes? What say you, sir?
I think it's the mouth.
It is. It is the mouth.
Way to go.
How'd
Kind
you
of the
know that?
opposite of the cottonmouth.
Right. How did you know that, James?
Yeah. Well, I had to get a little help.
That's
so I was guessing at first.
Yeah. That's okay. Research.
That's right.
Have you ever seen a black mamba in person?
No, and not unless it was at a zoo. I'm not sure.
Okay, what about you've probably seen a rattlesnake, right, where you live?
Oh, I hunt a lot, and I've seen snakes, of course, in zoos, but I've only seen one rattlesnake in my life out in the wild.
Right.
I've seen plenty of cottonmouths and copperheads, but the rattlesnake is very elusive.
Right. All right, well, James, what's your question for us?
A couple of weeks ago, you had a question about what documents were discovered in the Qumran caves. And the answer to that was the Dead Sea Scrolls. Do you remember that question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the question I would have is, which Bible version do those discoveries of the Dead Sea Scrolls support the most?
Okay, that's a good question.
Man, that is a good question, guys. I have no idea. Do you? And I have no idea.
You're saying which one of the modern day versions of the Bible does that the Dead Sea Scrolls support most? That's what you're asking?
Well, just which version? Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Message. JJ, you got one?
I'm gonna say, well, let's see. I'm gonna say King James version because that's 1611. Closer to when the Dead Sea Scrolls were written.
Yeah.
But
still a few thousand years.
But then you have ESV and different ones and NIV that went very closely to the original. I'll say King James version.
Okay, King James version.
Yeah, I'm going to go with King James version. JJ just has a nose for these kind of things.
He does.
Yes, the answer is King James, but the Dead Sea Scrolls were written before Christ. They are some of the most ancient. Anyway, you are correct. Yes.
Right. I got to see an actual page parchment from Isaiah in Israel at the museum, and to actually see
from the Dead Sea Scrolls.
From the Dead Sea Scrolls, an original.
They've also been on tour. Sometimes you'll find them on
right.
tour around the U.S. But that story there about the shepherd boy throwing a rock up in a cave
and hearing those jars break
after they've been sitting there thousands of years.
I think 1948. I'm trying to remember the time.
Yeah, 1948, and they could have only because of the atmosphere,
the desert, and how
very dry,
not rain and not damp and all that. And they were able to stay there. Hey, thank you, James.
Thank you, James.
Thank you, Brother James.
All right, we
got time for about one more.
All right, we'll go to Mississippi, and Anthony is on the line. Anthony, welcome to Trivia Friday, but brother, we are up against it time-wise, so we'll have to make this quick. Would you like to ask, answer, or do both?
Just answer, please.
All right. Which one would you like to try to answer?
The Nader car.
Here's the question. After Ralph Nader published Unsafe at Any Speed, this car lost 96% of its sales in 4 years. Name the car.
Ford Pinto.
No, but that was a great guess.
What's the answer?
Corvair.
The Corvair?
Yeah. Corvair.
Wow.
Okay.
So that I remember the book. I didn't read it, but I remembered Ralph Nader doing that. So the book was about
Corvair.
Go ahead with your question, Anthony.
Pinto, they lost hard when there were several wrecks in a row where the gas tank was put in the wrong place and they would explode. So their sales they got in trouble too. But the answer is Corvair. Good try.
Hey, Anthony, did you have a question for us? You said just...
No, I don't, but I sure enjoy your show every week.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. All right, so I just have 2 questions remaining. What state has the motto, the Beaver State?
That's going to be Wisconsin, right? No, is that the Chiefs? Oh, no, the Beaver is Pennsylvania, right?
It's Oregon.
Oregon.
I was going to go
the Beaver
west.
State.
Is that all you have?
No, I got a pair of pants is called a pair because they were originally 2 separate leg coverings. True or false?
I'll say true.
I don't know. I hope not.
It is true.
Wow.
It's absolutely true.
We've really come a long way, haven't we?
Here's what I've got. What tiny vessels connects an artery with a vein?
Is that a capillary?
Yes. Then, what do gymnasts, climbers, and weightlifters rub on their hands for extra grip?
Rosin? How do you
chalk?
Oh, chalk. Okay.
Yeah.
Chalk.
Tim?
Okay, so the average adult heart beats how many times a day? 25,000, 50,000, or 100,000?
I have no idea.
Mine's
That's a lot.
100,000 after I kiss my wife, Melanie, in
look
the morning
there.
before I leave.
Got to score some points.
How about that, boys?
Yeah. The answer is the average adult heart beats 100,000 times a day.
Wow.
That's just at a resting,
Yeah, that's incredible.
Hey, we joke a lot. Look how we are fearfully and wonderfully made by God.
Absolutely.
No batteries, no electricity. He put that in there, and it lasts like 70 years.
100,000 times a day.
I hope it lasts longer than 70.
Yeah.
70 is.
Yeah.
3 years away.
We'll have a great weekend, everybody.
AFA Stream, It sounds like it could be a great place to catch fish or paddle a canoe. And as good as that is, AFA